In this video, you will learn how to create a one-page website like this. Where users can visit to learn more about your services. First, we'll create the hero section with this animation here. We'll also create a form, right? And create these reviews. Right now, we'll also create this. Okay, so the next section, which is the about section, we're going to show you how to create this button and this animation right here. Then we can proceed to the services where you learn how to create these cards. Okay, we'll proceed to gallery where your users can learn more about the projects you have done. So we'll also add reviews. We'll create the review section here. Now, if you would like to learn how to purchase your domain, hosting, and install WordPress, I will leave a link to a video that explains how to do this. The link to the video will be in the description, or just check the screen at the right hand side. You will see a video that explains how to purchase your domain, hosting, and install WordPress. Let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is to install our theme. And to install our theme, you're going to scroll to appearance. Under this appearance here, once you hover on appearance, you'll see themes. Click on themes, and then you can search for the Hello Elementor. All right, you can search for it here by clicking on this add theme here. You can search for Hello Elementor. So this is the theme here. You will see install. Okay, once you search for Hello Elementor, you see the theme. So I'm going to click on the install now. Okay, if you hover on this theme, you will see the install button here. So you click on the install button and wait for it to install. After installing this theme, you click on activate. Now, after installing your theme and activating this Hello Elementor, you can go ahead and install your plugins. All right, the first plugin we are going to install is Elementor. Now, to install your plugins, go over to plugins, click plugins here, click on add plugin. All right, so the plugins you need to install first is Elementor. Search for Elementor here. Okay, install and activate this plugin. All right, you'll see the install now, just like this essential add-ons for Elementor. We'll also install this plugin. So click on the install now button. All right, just like this one now. We will also install this one. Click on the install. Okay, once you install the Elementor plugin, it will show like this. All right, it will say activate. Click on the activate button. All right, once you activate it, okay, the next plugin we are going to install is called Elements Kit Elementor Add-ons. So you search for it, Elements Kit Elementor Add-ons. Once we search for these Elements Kit, you'll see Elements Kit Elementor Add-ons here. You can click on install now. Once you have installed, you can click on activate. But let's leave this now. We can activate it from the installed plugins section. I want to install another plugin. So, okay, this is it here, Royal Add-ons by Elementor. You will also install this check kit for Elementor. Mine is showing update now, so you click on the install now. After installing it, you can activate it from here. Also install and activate these Royal add-ons for Elementor. You can see it here. You can see 600 plus active installations. So you install this plugin and click on activate. So other plugins are Met form. Search for Met form. Okay, you can see the Met form here, the one with 600 plus active installations. So you can click on install now. Once installed, click on activate, and we can minimize this. Now after installing this, you can now another plugin we need is Elementor Pro. Now to install your Elementor Pro, click on add plugin. Click on add plugin. Then you can click on upload plugin here. Choose file. Then select it. Once selected, click on install now. So you can see the plugins here. Once you click on the installed plugins, then you scroll, you'll see the Elementor Pro right here. All right. Now, after installing your theme and plugins, you're going to create a page. So this is the page we want to create right now. Now to create this page, you click on these pages. Once you click on pages, then click on add page. Okay, this will take you to this page. So you can add a title here. Let's call this, okay. Now once you title your page, you can click on edit with Elementor. Okay. Now the first thing we want to do is to click on these page settings here. Okay, we want to make this Elementor canvas. So click on these page settings and then you scroll, change the page layout to Elementor canvas. We can start creating our web page. Okay. Now we are going to add a container. So we are going to add a container widget. Now before you start editing with Elementor, I want you to toggle on your Flexbox container. So you go to your dashboard, then you click on, once you hover on this Elementor here, you will see editor. Hover on editor, then click on settings here. It will take you to this page. So you can click on features, scroll, you will see this container. Okay, make sure it's active. Okay, once you select active, scroll and click on save changes. Now we are going to go over to our Elementor. Let's start editing. Let's create the hero section. So we are going to add a container widget. If you're yet to see the layout, container and grid, you can refresh your page from here and reload your page to get access to this container and layout, to get access to the container and grid. All right. So we are going to click on this plus icon here. You'll see the flex box. Click on the flex box, and then we are going to select the second option. Okay. So you want to come over to this width, make this 1200, 1200. Then minimum height, let's make this 400. Then you scroll to justify content. Then scroll to justify content. Make this space between. Now these align items, make it center. Okay, unlink the gaps. Okay, you can make the gap 0. Then go to style, click on style, and you're going to select the background color. So we click on this classic. Okay, let's select the second option here. Or want 2 colors for this background color. All right, we select gradient, and then we are going to select the color. So the first color, we are going to make this blue. So we are going to select a blue color, then make this transparent. Okay, reduce the opacity, and then select the second color. So we click on this color, then we are going to type in a color code. So this is the color code, CFA 9FF. Then you add 66. So that is how it looks. Okay, we can adjust this blue color. So for the first color location, we are going to make this, okay, leave it at default 0%. Location, make this 100%. Then you go scroll to angle. This is the angle here. Make this 270. Then after selecting the color, go to advanced, unlink the padding, then make this top 152, make the right 20, bottom make this 115, and make this left 20. Okay, then we want to add a container widget, so you can search for container here, then we drag and drop this in this container. Okay, now let's make the width 50%. Let's make the width 51%. Go to advanced, so we can make this 0, or we can unlink this padding. Okay, unlink this margin and unlink the padding. Now we want to add jkit heading widget, so we click on this plus icon, this add element. Okay, search for heading text. You see this heading text by jkit, so we drag and drop here. So we make this before focused title. We are going to change this, so we put in next one, change the focus title, then we add the after focus title. So change the before focus title, add the focus title, and after focused title. All right, now you can see the focused title here is highlighted, is the bold text right here. Okay, now we can scroll. Okay, make this focus title display incline, then we scroll to separator, toggle this separator off, toggle it off. Now we are going to click on the style, then make the alignment left, then click on title, click on this typography here, make this font, search for urbanist, select this urbanist, and then make the size 68, scroll to line height, make this line height 1.2 em. First we are going to select the em and make this 1.2. okay, then letter spacing, make this minus 0.2 pixel. All right, once you're done with this, we go to the next one. This is for the title. Okay, so we go to the focus title here, click on focus title, then you want to select the typography here, make the font urbanist, then make the size 68, make the weight 800, and style, make this italic. So we are going to scroll to line height here. Let's make this 1.2 em. First select the em, then make this 1.2, then make the letter spacing minus 0.2 pixel. So we are going to add a text editor widget. So we click on this add element here, search for text editor, drag and drop this text editor here, so we can edit the text here. So we can add this. Okay, change the text. Okay, once you change the text, you can add the text color. So let's add the text color, go to style, then you see typography, make this DM sans, this font DM sans, select this, then size, make this 20 pixel, weight, select 400, then scroll to line height, make this 32 pixel. Okay, so I want to make this look like this. Okay, this is the hero section we are editing. Now we are going to change the text color. Go to text color here, so we click on this color, let's make this 5A 5A 64. All right. Now we can go to advanced, click on advanced. Let's unlink the margin. Okay. Then make the top 16 and make the bottom 32. Now let's go to advanced. Okay, stay on advanced. Padding, we are going to unlink the padding. Then we proceed to width. This is the width. We click on custom, select custom here. This custom width, we are going to make this. So we make the custom width 610 pixel. First select this pixel here and type in 610. Now let's add a button. Let's add a button to this container. This is the button we are using here. Now to add a button, we can click on this add elements. So you can search for button. Okay, there are different buttons here. For instance, you can add this Elementor button, drag and drop it here. So this is the button here, but we are not using this one. Okay, the one we want to use is, okay, let's search for button now. You can see button by Jack Kit. Okay, we are going to drag and drop this to this page. Now make sure this aligns well with your text. Click on this structure here. You can see the container we added. We can rename this container. Let's make this hero section. Okay, let's make this left container. So want to make sure that this text you're adding aligns properly with the other elements. Okay, you can see that these three elements we added to this left container aligns properly. Now we want to select this button here. This is the button. Once selected, we are going to make the alignment left. Okay, so we can change the label. Let's name this start project, or just let's say get started. Then we can add an icon. Now to add an icon, we are going to toggle this on. Then we select an icon. If you want to select an icon, you can select it from the icon library, and you can see different icons here. So you can search for arrow and select any icon here. So let's select this, or let's select this one. Once selected, you click on insert. So you can select the icon position, make it after. Now after selecting this, go to style, click on style. We want to select the typography for this text. Then we are going to click on this typography. Now these fonts, search for DM Sans, select this. Okay, once selected, we can adjust the size. Okay, so leave the size at default. Now we are going to select the weight. Let's make this 600. Then make this transform. Okay, then you scroll to line height 24 pixel. Then make the letter spacing. First select EM and make this minus 0.02. Now after selecting the typography, you want to select the color. This is for the typography here. Okay, so the background color, this is the background color. We are going to click on classic and select a color. So we click on this. Let's select a color code 05061A. This is the color code. Once selected, we scroll. Okay, click on border. This border radius, we are going to unlink this value. Right. Now click on shadow. We want to select a box shadow here. You can see how this looks. You can see the yellow shadow here. So we select the button, click on box shadow, then adjust the color. So first we want to make this, select the first option here. Once selected, type in this color code FEDE65. So we are going to adjust the horizontal, make this 2. Then you scroll to vertical, make this 2, make this blur 0, and we can see how it looks. Now, after adjusting this, we are going to click on, okay, we are going to minimize this. Now, after shadow, you'll see icon, click on icon. Now, we are going to adjust the padding. Let's adjust the padding. Again, let's make this 7, make the top 7, make the right 14, then make the bottom 7, make the left 14. Okay, so let's adjust the hover. So we click on this button and then we click on hover. So we scroll. Let's change the text color. We can see the hover color here. Click on this. Let's change it to this color here. 050618. Okay, so you can see that. Then we can change the background color. Click on classic and then make the background color white. So you can see that. Now we can duplicate the button. So you can see these 2 buttons here. Instead of creating a new one, we can duplicate it. So to duplicate, we simply select the button here, right click on this pencil icon. Once you right click, click on duplicate. Now we can change the label. Let's make this our services. Change this to our services. Then we can also change the background color like how we did here, right? Okay, to change the background color, we go to style, then you see the color. Okay, you see the background color we used here. Click on it. Want to select white color, then select the text color, scroll to the top. You can see the normal color here, so we click on that and change it 5005061A. Okay, this is the text color. Then we want to adjust the box shadow, so we scroll. You can see the shadow here. Click on it, then you click on box shadow. So we want to make this transparent a little bit, just reduce the opacity. Okay, now you can also change the icon by just clicking on this content. You can see choose icon, you can select another icon. Now we want to make these 2 buttons display horizontally, right, instead of vertically. Now to do this, we are going to add a new container widget. Okay, so you see how this looks here. That's what we want to do. And to do this, we are going to add a new container widget. So we click on add element, drag and drop a container widget here. So we are going to select the 2 buttons and drag it to. So first we drag this one to the to the container, add this one to the container. Now you can align it properly. Okay, so make sure the 2 buttons align properly and then make this container horizontal. Make the direction horizontal. Then scroll to container, under gaps, unlink these values here, gaps, then make the column 16, make the row 0. Okay, now we are going to scroll to the top, click on advanced, unlink the margin and unlink the padding. Now let's work on the right container. Want to add this image. Okay, to do this, add a new container. So we click on this add element here, add the container widget to this section. Okay, now this is the new container we just added. We want to make it to align with this left container. Okay, we can simply, let's add this container. To add a new container, we are going to first close this tab, this left container here. Then we can click on add element, drag and drop to this. Okay, select the hero section, then click on this add element, drag and drop the container, drag and drop the container in the, to make sure the container aligns properly with this left container. So we are going to remove it from the left container. So you can see how it's displaying now. This is the new container. We are going to drag it to the, okay, move the left container to the top, and then, okay, so make sure these two containers align properly. You can see how it looks now. All right. So you can rename this right container. Select the container, make sure it's selected. Let's add width 45%. Then go to advanced. Once you get to this advanced, unlink the margin, then unlink the padding. Now add an image widget. So we click on this add elements. This is the image. You can also search for it here. Image. Once you search for this, drag and drop this image to this container. So we are going to select an image. Click on choose image. Okay. We are going to select this. This is the image we want to select. Once selected, we click on select. We are going to add another image. So we click on add element. Drag and drop the image widget to the right container. So we are going to select the image. Click on choose image. So we are going to select this here. Once selected, we click on select. So you can see the name here, group. Okay. Select it. You can select this one too. You can see the name. Okay. The resources will be in the description. So check the description to get access to the images and the resources. Okay, so select this image. Make sure you select the right image. Once selected, go to advanced. Then go to positions, click on absolute. So we want to set this horizontal orientation, make it left, and then come to the offset. Make this 115. Okay, like how it's displaying now. So leave the vertical orientation top and leave the offset at default, leave it 0. And now we are going to add a custom CSS to the image here. Okay, so you can see how this is displaying, right? Want to add the animation. All right, so we can adjust the size of this image from here. You can see how we are adjusting this. So we can adjust it from here, and we can also move it by just clicking on this icon here. We can drag and drop it to wherever we want, drag it and drop to where you want it to be. Now we want to add a CSS to this image here. Okay, you can see how this image is moving up, right? It's just bouncing, and we want to add that this bounce effect on this Elementor, on this image. And to do this, we are going to select the image. Once selected, okay, you scroll to the, okay, you scroll to this custom CSS, click on it, scroll further, you get access to this custom CSS. Okay, so you can type in this code. I'll give you access to this bounce animation. You can copy this. I'll give you access to this document. Okay, so this is for the bounce animation here. Copy this CSS code. Make sure you select the right stuff here. Copy everything you see here. Once you select it, copy it and go over to your page builder and paste this right here. And then you go over to scroll to the top, you'll see layout, and then you see CSS class here. Now we are going to copy the classes bounce. This one, okay, this one is for the classes. So you select classes bounce here and select this code. Once selected, copy it and then go over to your page builder and paste it right here. So you can see that bounce effect now. You can still adjust this. Okay, this is how it looks. Okay, so this custom CSS is available for the Elementor Pro version. This is the Pro version of Elementor. So this element right here is available on the Pro version, Elementor Pro version. And you can get access to the Elementor Pro by using the link in the description. All right. So you can see this now. After adding this to our page, we want to move over to the next one. Okay, so we click on publish. Now let's check the tablet. So we click on tablet portrait here. Now you can see how it looks on tablets. Now we are going to click on this structure, select the hero section, Then click on advanced, or link the padding here. Then make the top 120, make the right 20, make bottom 100, and then make the left 20. Now select the first container, which is this left container here. Make the width 100. Okay, 100%. So we're going to select the percent here and make this 100. Then we select the second container, which is this. Make the width 100%. First select the percent and make this 100. Then select the hero section. Go to the direction here. So we click on the layout. Make the direction vertical column. Now we click on the advanced. Okay, make the top 120, make the right 20, and make the bottom 100, and then left 20. So you see how it looks now. Now select the first image, which is this one here. Okay, select this image, which is this one, this image. Okay, you can see it here. Click on style, make the alignment left. Now select the heading text, which is this here. Click on style, click on title, then make this typography, select typography, make the size 60. So you go to the focus title, select the typography, make this scroll. Okay, now make the focus title, the typography size, make this 60, make the typography size 60. Then you click on the subheading text here, which is this text editor. Go to style. Okay, select the typography, make this 18. Then click on this advanced, unlink unlink the margin, then make the bottom 20 pixel. Now select the mobile here, check the mobile, select the hero section. Once selected, go to advanced, say unlink the padding, make the top 120, make the right 20, make the bottom 80, and then the left 20. So select the heading text, then go to style, click on title, select the typography, make this 50. Then select the focus title, which is this one here, make the typography, make the size 50. Now select the first button, right? The first button here. So you click on style, then scroll to padding. This is the padding. Unlink the padding, make the top 10, make the right 14, bottom 10, and the left make it 14. Select the second container, go to advanced, do the same thing. Okay, go to style, do the same thing for the padding, 10, 14, 10, 14. Okay, so select the second image here. This is the image. So we go to style, select the width 70%. Then you click on advanced, scroll to position. Under this horizontal orientation, make this offset 15. Okay, you can make this vertical 55. Okay, make the horizontal orientation, make this 60 or 70. Let's check 70 and make this 45. Okay, make the horizontal orientation 70 and make the vertical orientation 35. Now let's go to desktop. Want to add a new container. Okay, want to add a new container. This is what we want to customize. Okay, we are going to drag and drop a container widget here. First, let's close all these tabs here. So we want this after the hero section. Okay, this is another section. So we drag and drop it to this section. Okay, so you can see the container. We can rename this client container or client section. Let's do this. Right, make this width 1200. select pixel, then make the direction, make it vertical column, then scroll, unlink the gaps, then you scroll again, go to style, click on style. Okay, so this background type, you want to select classic, then the color, let's change the background color. So the color, let's make this FEDE65. Now let's go to advanced, unlink the margin, unlink the padding, make the top of this padding, make this 16, then make the bottom 10. Now let's add an image widget. Now let's add an image carousel widget. So we click on add element, search for image carousel. This image carousel here. So we are going to drag and drop this section. Now we are going to select our logos. So we click on this add images. Let's select our images. Okay. So we're going to select this. So we're going to select this. You can see the images here, the image name. Select this, this. Okay. Now once selected, you click on create a new gallery and then you click insert gallery. Now let's make this image resolution, make it full. Then slice to show, make this 6. Slice to scroll, make this 1. Then you scroll, make the navigation none. So you want to scroll further, click on these additional options. Then this autoplay, make sure it's toggled on. Then autoplay speed, make this 500. Okay, animation speed, make this 2000. All right, then you click on style, make the vertical align center. Then you want to proceed to tablet. Okay, so you want to check the tablet mode here, tablet portrait. Once you select this, select the image carousel. So you click on content, scroll to slice to show, make this 4. Okay, so let's check the mobile portrait. All right, select the image carousel and then make this slice to show, make this 2. Okay, for this mobile, we want to unlink this button container, like you want to add gaps to it. To add gaps, you're going to scroll to gaps here, make this 16, and you can see. Okay, so once done, you click on publish. Now, okay, let's set up the global settings. We want to set up the global settings, so anytime we add an element, we don't need to edit it over and over again. For instance, if you want to add a button, we don't need to edit the typography, the size, the font, and weight. All right, same for the heading text, the text editor, the background image, color, the size, and so on. Okay, so for us to do this, we have to click on this page settings. Okay, click on this Elementor logo, then click on site settings. Now once you click on these global colors here, you are going to set the primary. Click on this primary. This is the color code we are using for this. Right, okay, let me zoom in so you can see. This is the color code 05061A. Let's click on enter, then click on the secondary, make this CFA9FF. You click on the text, you can see this color code we use for this one, which is 5A64. So for accents, select this, make this FFDE65. Right, okay, so once you set the global colors, you can click on save changes. Now after clicking on the save changes, you click on this, then click on global fonts. Now we want to set the primary and secondary here. Okay, so we click on this primary here, select the font as DM Sans. So we click on this, search for DM, then we search for DM Sans here, select it. So you can scroll, leave the weight at default, leave the transform at default. Now we click on the secondary here, select the font urbanist. Okay, leave every other thing at default. All right, okay, so can minimize these. Now after setting this up, after setting the primary and secondary, click on save changes. Now you can click on this, site settings, and then let's set the typography. So we click on typography. Now we want to select the text color here. So click on this color here, text color, make this 05061A. All right. After selecting this, you want to make the H1 scroll. Okay, scroll to H1. Make this primary color here. Click on this color. We make this 05061A. After selecting this, okay, you want to do the same for H3. You want to do the same for H3, H4, H5, and H6. You can also select the color as primary from the global colors here. So once you click on these global colors, you will see the primary color. Select it. Okay, do the same for H4. Come over to the color, select the primary, select the same for H5 and H6. Now once you're done, click on save changes, and then you click on this tab here. So let's go to site settings, then click on buttons. Now we want to select the typography. Click on this, make the font DM Sans. Okay, then select the size 14, make the weight 400, scroll to line height, make the line height 24. Now after selecting this, minimize it. So after doing this, you scroll to box shadow. So you click on box shadow, click on box shadow. Now we want to adjust the box shadow now. So we are going to select the color here, make this FFDE65. Okay, now after selecting the color, minimize it and go to the horizontal. Let's make this horizontal 2, make vertical 2, blur 0. Now after doing this, you can minimize it and click on save changes. So we can click on this site settings. Let's go to site settings. Let's go to site settings and then scroll to layout. You see layout here. Click on layout. Now we want to adjust the content width. Make this 1200, 1200, and the container padding. Unlink the values here. Then gaps, make it 0, and click on save changes. Okay, so once you're done, you click on this site settings and then click on this close tab. So it will take us to our main editor. All right, now we can edit the next section. All right, now to edit the next section, you scroll, want to add another container. You have created the hero section, client section, which is this one too, which is this one. Okay, want to create another section, and to create another section, so we are going to add a new container. So we drag the container to this section here to add a new section. You can rename this about section. You can adjust the width. Now let's select the direction. Let's make this vertical. Then we go to advanced, unlink the padding, make the top 1, 2, 4, and then the right make it 20, make the bottom 20, 1, 2, 4, and make the left 20. So we are going to add another container widget to this about section. So we click on this add element, drag and drop this container widget to the about section. So we can rename this, maybe let's call it text container. Let's add a heading text to this container. We click on the add element, search for heading. We want to add this one with jkit, the heading text from jkit. So we drag and drop this. Okay, now change the text. Okay, This is the section we want to create. Now we are going to copy this text. So let's add this first. Okay, before focus title, we type this in. Then focus title, we type in this. So after changing the text, you can remove the separator. So you scroll to separator here, toggle this off, then click on style under okay, make this alignment under general, make this left, and click on title. So the typography, you click on typography, make this font, select the fonts, Urbanist. Now, after selecting the typography, make the size 48. Then the line height, scroll to line height. First, select the EM and make this 1.2. Okay, now for the letter spacing, make this minus 0.2. Okay, select the pixel. Right now, we want to select the color, so we minimize this and then scroll to color. Okay, before we select the white color, let's add a background color to this about section. So we click on this about section, click on style. Under this background, we click on classic, select the color. You can select this global color and select the primary. Now it looks like this. We can then go ahead and edit our color, our text color here. So we select it. Under title, you see color. So you select the color white. So let me rename this A2. Now still on this heading text, we are going to click on this focus. Click on focus title here. Then you see the color right here. Okay, so for this focus title, we want to select the typography. So we click on this typography here. Then the font, let's select the Urbanist. Then make the size 48. Then weight, make this 800. After selecting this, make this line height 1.2 EM. First select the EM. Then type in 1.2. All right, the letter spacing, make this minus 0.2. Then you want to scroll. Okay, see you'll see style here, make this italic. After doing this, you can minimize this and click on advanced. All right, now unlink the padding, make the top 20. Then right, leave this. Okay, so bottom, make this 15. Now we want to select the width, so we select the custom, adjust the custom width. Let's make this 775. Right, percent. You want to select percent here. Okay, you want to select pixel. Okay, you can retype this 775. Okay, after doing this, click on content here. Then you scroll. You'll see this focus title display. Make this incline. Make this in line. Okay, now we want to copy and paste this button on this section, just like we did here. So we click on this button, right click on this button here, and you see copy, click on that, come over to this section, right click and click paste. All right, now you can change the text. So we can say get more info here, get. Now you can add a link to this button. So anytime people click on this, get more info, they will visit your about page. You can add your about page link here. So anytime people click on this button, they will visit your about page. All right. Now we are going to leave this for now. Let's continue. Okay. Now we click on this style, scroll. You see shadow, click on shadow. Click on box shadow. We want to adjust this color here. So you're going to select the shadow. So make this F F E D E 65. Now we are going to select the border type, make this solid, and then we select the border color. Let's select accent. Okay, make the width 1, all values 1. Now after editing this, let's click on this button. Want to adjust the hover, so anytime hover on the button, they will get access to this. So you can see how this looks. So to do this, now to edit this, go to button, then you click on hover. Now you want to make the hover color. Okay, make this hover color, make it white, and then you make the background color, make this. Okay, you can select the color here, make it primary. So anytime people hover on this, it will display this color, right? Now after selecting this, now we want to add this image, and to do this, so we click on this add element here, search for image, drag and drop this image widgets after the button. So we click on style, make the width 180 pixel. First select the pixel here, then type in 180, then click on advanced, make the align self start, then you scroll further, select the position, make this absolute, then this horizontal orientation, we want to adjust this, so we select the second option here and make the offset 120 pixel. This vertical orientation, make this 23. Okay, you can see it's at the top. Okay, so let's select the image. We click on this content, select the image. By the way, I'll give you access to this image widget. So to get access to this image, just check the description. So you can see the name here, vector 5. After selecting this, click on select. Okay, this is how the image is displaying now. So let's add a grid widget. Okay, we want to add this text here. Now to add this, click on add elements. You see grid here, drag and drop it after the text, after the button. Drag and drop the grid elements after the button. Then you scroll to columns, make these columns 2 and make the rows 2. Then gaps, you want to unlink this, make the columns 60 and rows 95. Then we scroll to the top, click on advanced, unlink the margin, make the top 80. Now let's add a container to one of these grid. All right, let's add a container to one of these grid widgets. So we click on this add elements. You see container, drag and drop it to this container. All right, you can see it's part of this grid widget. By the way, want to make this align properly. Let's drag this image to the top so it aligns with this jkit button. Okay, you want to make sure that this aligns properly with this jkit heading. You want to make sure that the jkit button and heading text aligns properly. All right, aligns well. You can see how it looks. So both for the image, same for the image. So you want to make sure that the jkit button aligns well with the image and button. Now you can see that this grid container, you can see this grid we are editing. Okay, so this container now, so this new container we just added, we can rename this container card. On this card, let's add a progress bar on this card. So we click on this add elements, search for progress bar. This is the progress bar. Okay, the one with jkit. So we drag and drop this here. So we can change the title. Let's title this client satisfaction, client satisfaction. Okay, then make this percentage 95. Animation duration, let's make this 1500. 1500. Then we click on style, select the background type, make this, select classic. Okay, so the background color, we are going to make this transparent. So we click on this here, make it transparent. Then we scroll to height, make this height 4. Then margin, scroll to margin, unlink the margin here and make the top 20. So click on track. So on this track, you want to select the background type, make this classic. Then you select the global color, click on this, select the accents. All right, now we can minimize this. Let's click on title, select the color, make this white. Okay, let's select the title typography. So we click on this and make this typography urbanist. Then you scroll to size, make the size 32 and make the weight 600. Make this line height 1.2 em. So select the em and make this 1.2. Now we minimize this and click on percent. Let's select the color, make this white. Then select the percentage typography. So we click on this. Let's make this urbanist. Select the font urbanist. Then make the size 32. Now weight, make this 600. So you scroll to line height, make this 1. Now we can right click on this card and click on duplicate. So we can change the text from here. Duplicate the card again. So you right click on this card and click on duplicate. Right click on the card again, duplicate one more time. So you can change the text and the percentage. You can change the title and the percentage. Okay, so once you're done with this, you can minimize this so you can see how this image is rotating. We want to make the image to rotate, and to do this we're going to head over to our documents. If you want to get access to this, just check the description. It will be in the description. Now go to the rotate image tab, then you select the code, select it, copy, go over to your editor. Okay, so make sure you select the image, then you click on advanced, scroll to custom CSS, click on that. You want to add this here. Okay, if you have the Elementor Pro, you can easily access this custom CSS. And if you want to get access to Elementor Pro, just check the description. All right, now once you have input this, scroll to the top and then click on layouts. So we want to add the CSS classes here. So we click on this, let's add this one. So we click on the classes rotated and copy this. Okay, so you want to copy this rotate image here. Then you go over to your editor. So on these CSS classes, you can paste that and you can see it's now rotating. Okay, once done, you click on publish. Now, after adding the CSS to this image, we want to check the tablets. Let's check how it looks on tablets. It's looking quite all right. Okay, but we want to adjust this. Okay, we want to adjust this here. What we do, let's publish this. Now let's select the about section. You click on structure, then you see about section here, select it, then click on advanced, unlink the padding, make the top 100, make the right 20. and make this bottom 100, make the left 20. Now click on style. Okay, let's select this one here. We can minimize this, select the title, then you click on style, click, select title. Okay, edit the typography here, click on this, let's make the size 42. Okay, then we go to minimize this, go to focused title, let's click on the typography, scroll this size, let's make this 42. Now select the star image, then click on style, let's adjust the width, make this 140. Okay, go to advanced. Now we scroll to horizontal orientation, let's make this 40. All right, now select the grid, let's click on this structure, select the grid here. So you go to layout, we scroll, make the columns 1, then gaps, unlink the gaps, make the column 40, then make the row 60. Okay, so we click on this mobile, let's select the about section. When you select the about section, you can adjust the padding, so go to advanced, unlink the padding, make the top 80, make the right 20, make the bottom 80, and then left make this 20. Then let's select this title here, so let's select this heading text. After selecting it, go to style, and then you click on title. Now this typography, you want to adjust it, adjust the size, make this 38. Right, then you minimize this. Okay, minimize this and go to focus title, adjust the typography, adjust the size, 38. Okay, now select this image which you can find here, then go to style. Okay, make this width 83, then go to advanced, scroll. Okay, scroll to this position. We want to select the vertical orientation, let's make this 57. Okay, now we see how it looks. Okay, select the progress bar, or which you can find here. Once selected, go to style, then scroll to title, click on this title. Okay, click on edit typography. Okay, this title typography, you want to adjust that. Let's make this 20. So we can copy and paste, copy the style here, right click on this style, click on copy, then come over to the next progress bar, right click and click on paste style. Okay, do the same for this one, paste style. Right, same for this, paste style. Now select the grid container. Okay, then you want to come over to this layout, under these gaps, unlink the gaps here, make the row 30. Now we want to add a new container, so we click on this desktop, go to desktop, want to add a new section, right? So let's minimize all this. Okay, the next section is the service section. So we click on add elements, drag and drop a container to this section. Okay, make the direction vertical, then click on advanced, unlink the padding, make the top 124, make the right 20, make the bottom 124, and then the left 20. Now let's add a heading text. So we click on this add element, search for heading. Okay, now we want to add a heading text to this. Okay, you can see this heading text here. We want to add, you can see this heading text here. We want to add it. So to add this, we can search for heading, just the normal heading, drag and drop it here. So we can change the text. Let's change this to about us. Then we go to style. So on this typography, we select the typography here, make the size 16, then select the font, DM Sans. Okay, select the weight, 500 medium. Then you scroll to line height. Okay, make this 24. All right, this letter spacing, make this minus 0.2. Okay, now after doing this, we are going to select the text color. So the text color, we are going to click on this global color, select primary. All right, then we scroll to the top, click on advanced, Now we scroll to background, click on background here. Now this, we click on classic. We want to select a global color, so we click on this and select the secondary color. After that, we scroll to the top. Under layout, we want to adjust the padding, so we click on link the padding and make the top 4, make the right 16, make the bottom 4, and the left 16. Okay, then make the align self start. Now we can copy and paste. Right click to copy, right click and click on copy, then scroll to the top. Let's add it here, just above this text. So we click on this and click on paste. It's still on here. We can drag it. Okay, so you can see it here. Now we can change this one. Let's name this services. Let's title these services. Then click on advanced and make the align self center. Now for the BG color, which is this purple color, want to make it transparent, want to reduce the opacity, and to do that, we click on style. Okay, still on advanced, scroll to this background, click on background, and then select this color, add 5 2. Okay, so always publish your page. Okay, the next thing to do is to add the heading text widget. So we click on this add element here. So we search for heading text. Okay, this heading text by Jackit, we are going to drag and drop it here just after this. Okay, make sure these two aligns properly. You can see both aligns well here. So we can change this text. So we can change this before focus title. For focus title, we add this. Then focus title, we change it. Now, after changing the text, we can toggle off the separator. So we scroll to separator here, click on this, then toggle this show separator, toggle it off. Then we click on style, click on title. Let's change the typography. So we click on this typography, select the size 48 pixel, then scroll to line height. On this line height, let's make this 1.2 em. First select the em and make this 1.2. So we scroll to letter spacing, make this minus 0.2 pixel. Okay, add 3 to it. Then we scroll. We can minimize this title. Let's go to general, make the alignment center, and then you go to advanced, unlink the margin and make this bottom minus 20. Then scroll to width, select custom width. Let's make this 775, and then the align self, make this center. Then you want to come to this content under this title, scroll to focused title display, make this inline. Now let's add a grid widget after this text. So we click on this add element, drag and drop the grid widget here. So we scroll to gaps, unlink the gaps. Okay, make the gaps both sides, make this 30. Then scroll to advanced, click on advanced, unlink the margin, make the top 40, make the bottom 40. Okay, then we can add a container. All right, let's click on this add element, search for container, drag and drop this container here. So you can rename this card. Okay, let's name this service section. So we can rename this card 1. Then we go to style. On this style, you'll see background. So we can select an image. So click on classic. You can select an image from here. All right. So click on choose image. The image we want to select now is this rectangle. Okay, you can see the name here, rectangle 36. Okay, once selected, you click on select. Then we click on the border. Let's minimize this. You see border. Make the box shadow. Okay, select the box shadow here. Then you want to select the color. So we click on color. So the color code is 111110F. So it's going to look like this. Now you can add the horizontal. Make this -8. Make the vertical 4. Blur, make this 40. After this, we can click on hover. Now we want to select the box shadow. So we click on this, select the color, make this 11111133. And then for the horizontal, leave it like this. Vertical, let's make this 12. Okay, blur, make this 20. After this, we scroll to the top, go to advanced, unlink the padding, make the top 40, make the right 24, make the bottom 24, and make the left 24. All right, after this, we can add an icon box widget. So we click on this, add element here, search for icon box. Okay, this is the icon box. So we drag and drop it here. Now select an icon. You can select an icon from the icon library. We can also select from our file, our media, right? So first I will select this image profit. You can see that name here. You can also see it from here. All right, once selected, you click on insert media. Now change the title and description. So I'm going to impute this. Do this for this description. Okay, so you can see how it looks now. Okay, now let's select the view, make this tag, then scroll to icon spacing, then go to style. Okay, on the box you see icon spacing, make this 24. Then for content spacing, make it 4. Okay, now click on color, click on icon. You can minimize the box, click on icon. So color, we are going to select the accent color. Click on these global settings here. Let's select accent. And then for the secondary, click on global color and make this primary. Select the primary color. And for the size, make this 34 pixel. Padding, make it 22. Okay, padding, make it 22. Now, after this, you can minimize this section and click on content. All right, let's select the typography. So we click on this edit button, select the font, Urbanist. Once you select the Urbanist font, then select the size 24. Weight, make this 600. And the line height, so you scroll to line height. Okay, line height, make this 32. And then letter spacing, let's go to letter spacing, make this minus 0.3. Okay, so after this, we can minimize the typography. Now let's go to description, click on the typography for this. We are going to select the DM sans. So size, make this 16. Make the weight 400. And then line height, make this 28. So we are going to add an image. Let's add an image after this icon box. So we click on add element, drag and drop this image here. Okay. Then we select an image, click on choose image. All right, you can upload your files from here, click on select files. So the link to the images we are using for this lecture will be in the description. So I'm going to select this first one. I'm going to select this illustration image and click on select. After selecting the image, go to advanced. So unlink the padding. Okay. Unlink the margin. Unlink the margin, then make the top 20. Okay. So we want to add a CSS animation to this image. So you can see how this icon is zooming in and out. All right. So we can do this. You're going to add CSS code to this icon. And to do this, let's access our document. If you want to get access to this document, check the description. All right. Now you can see the icon zoom, copy all this code here. Select and copy this code for this zoom animation for the icon zoom here. Then go to our Elementor page builder. Select the icon. So once you select the icon box, go to advanced, scroll until you see this custom CSS. Click on that. Then you scroll and add that code here, paste it in, and then we scroll to the top. Okay, click on layout. You see CSS classes. We want to add a class. All right, so we go to our documents, scroll until you get to this classes icon zoom. Okay, you want to copy the code here. Once you copy that, go to your Elementor page builder and paste it here. So you can see how it's displaying now. After this, we can duplicate the card. So we can duplicate it here. Just minimize this and right click on this card and click on duplicate. So you're going to duplicate this 6 times. So right click again, duplicate, right click, duplicate. Okay, so we can change the content and the icons here. To change the content, you simply click on the icon box. Okay, you go to title, select another title, change the description. Okay, change the title, change the description, select another icon. Let's upload another icon. Let's select this presentation, then click on insert. All right. You can change the image too. Let's select another image. Let's select this one, or let's select this. Okay, click on select. Okay, change all these images. And so after doing this, you can click on publish. Now let's add a button to this section. So we are going to copy the button on the hero section. This is the button here. We right click on this button and click on copy. Then we scroll here and right click and click on paste. Okay, so let's select this one. Let's select this one. Right click and click on copy. Then you scroll. Okay, right click and click on paste. Now go to style, then scroll to position. Okay, go to advanced. Then you see align self. Now go to advanced, scroll. You see align self. Make this center. Okay, you want to change the text here. If you want to change the text, you can do that by clicking on content. Then you can change the text. Now let's check the tablet. Go to tablet portrait and so select the text on this service section. Then go to style. You want to click on this title and select the size. So let's change the typography here. Let's select size 40 pixel. Then we can minimize this. Let's go to focused title. So we select the typography. Let's make the size 40 pixel. Now, after doing this, you can select the grid, which is this. You can also locate it from this structure. So let's select the grid here. And so the one on the service section. So we click on the layouts. Let's select, okay, scroll to columns. Let's make these columns 2. All right. Now let's select the service section. Select it from here. Okay. Then go to advanced. Under padding, unlink the padding. Make the top 100. Make the right 20. Make the bottom 100. Then left, make this 20. Okay, you can see how it looks now. Then we can go to mobile portrait. Select the service section here. Go to advanced. Okay, make the top 80. Then make the right 20. Bottom, make this 80. And the left, will make this 20. Once you're done, you select the text, the heading text here. Okay, then you go to style, click on style, go to title. Okay, on this typography, click on this. Then you want to select the size, make this 32. Okay, then you can minimize these, go to focus title. Right, on this typography, click on typography, select the size 32. Then we can publish this page. Now let's go to desktop sites. Want to add another container. All right. Okay. This is the section. Okay, we want to add another section. This is the section we want to create, and see how it looks here. Now to create this section, let's go to our Elementor. Let's add a new container. So we click on this plus icon, this add element, search for the container, drag and drop it to this section. Now make the direction vertical colon. Then go to style. Want to add a background color. So we click on this classic. Let's select the color. Right. Let's click on this global color here. We select primary. Then let's go to padding. Okay, let's go to advanced. Unlink the padding. Make the top 124. Make the right 20. Make the bottom 124. And make the left 20. Now you see how it looks. Now let's add a container to the gallery container. By the way, we can rename this container. All right, let's rename the container. Let's rename the section. So we click on the structure, minimize this. Let's call this gallery. Let's add a new container to this gallery section. So we click on add element here, drag and drop the container here. Now we select the direction, make this row horizontal. Okay, so we are going to add a heading text on this container, and you don't have to create it from scratch. So we can actually go to the about section. So we can copy these two texts and paste it on this section. Right, to copy this, so we can just select one, then press Ctrl. Okay, so we want to select these two, so we can press Ctrl and select the next one. So you can see that the two, so you can see both heading text are selected. All right, so we can right click and click on copy, then go to this section, go to the gallery section, right click and click on paste. Now you can change the text. So first, let's select this one and change the text here, gallery, and select the next one. So under the for focus title, we paste it here. Then under focus title, let's type in this. So we can make space here. All right, so now after doing this, go to advanced. So you want to select the width, select default. Then we are going to add a new container here. We are going to add a grid widget here. So we click on this add element, drag and drop this grid. Let's minimize this. Drag and drop this grid widget just after the text. On these columns, let's make these 2. Then make these rows 1. Okay, under these gaps, unlink the gaps here. Make the column for these gaps 56. Then make the row 40. Then scroll to margin. Okay, let's go to margin. Let's go to advanced. Click on advanced. Unlink the margin. Then put in 48 on this bottom and add a container to the grid widget. You can click on add element, drag and drop this container here. So we can bring out this structure. Let's rename this card. Okay, let's rename this column. We're going to add another container to this column container. All right, so we click on this add element, drag and drop this container to this. So make sure the new container is in the column container, right? You can see that here. So we can rename this card. Now let's add an image widget to this container. So we click on this plus add element here. This is the image we want to select. So you can search for image, drag and drop this image widget here. So let's change the image. We click on this choose image. Let's select this image, rectangle 48, right? Select it and click on select. The link to the resources we are using in this video will be in the description. So you can download it and implement. All right. Now, after selecting an image, we want to add a heading widget after the image. All right. So to do this, click on add element, search for heading text. It is the heading text here. So we drag and drop it just after the image. So we can change the title. Then click on style. On this alignment, let's select left. On this alignment, let's select start. Let's select the typography. We click on this. Let's select the font size. The fonts we are using is called Urbanist. Select the size 32. Then make the weight 600. So you want to scroll to line height. Make this 40. Then make the letter spacing minus 0.3. Okay, after doing this, let's change the text color. Let's select white. Now, let's go to advanced. Click on advanced. Under this margin, we are going to unlink the margins. Let's make the top 20. Then make the bottom 12. Unlink the padding. Then let's add text editor widget. So we click on this add element. Search for text editor. This is the text editor. So we drag and drop it just after the heading text. Let's change the text. Copy this. Paste it here. Now, okay, let's select the text color. So we click on this style. Change the text color. Click on this. Let's select this color, text color, code 929292. All right. Now you can create a global color. So anytime you want to use this color, it will be available. To create this, just simply click on the color, then click on this, create new global color. You can name this gray, then click on create. Now let's adjust the typography. So we click on this typography, select TM Sans for the fonts. Now select the size. Okay, then scroll to line height. Make this 28. Now after doing this, you can duplicate. So select the card. Let's duplicate the card. First, we want to minimize this. Then right click and click on duplicate. Okay, now you see how it looks. We can change this image. So let's select this card again. Let's select the first one. Let's go to advanced. Unlink the. Now let's select the card. Go to advanced. Unlink the margin. Make this 40. Okay. Now you can do the same for this. Select the card. Okay, you can rename this card too. Go to advanced. Unlink the margin. Let's make this 40. Now you can change the image and text. You can change it from here. So let's change the image for this one. let's okay, so select it. Under contents, you can change the image, choose another image here. So we are going to select this one, rectangle 4711. Once selected, click on select. All right, we can change this text. Okay. Now, after duplicating these cards here, you can duplicate the column. So let's right click on this column here and click on duplicate. So you can see how it looks. Now, for this one, let's select another image. So we click on this choose image. We scroll. Okay. Now we are going to select this one, rectangle 47. Okay. We select this rectangle 47 tree. Click on select. So you can see how it looks. You can change this text, this other one here. So let's select this image, right? For this one. So we click on choose image. Okay, let's select this one. Click on select. Now you see how it looks. Now let's add a button to this section. So we scroll. Now instead of adding a new button and designing it from scratch, we can actually copy the button on the about section. Okay, this one right here. So we right click on the button and click on copy. So we scroll right here, right click and click on paste. Now you can see how it looks. So you can change the text on this button. You can change the text on this button by simply clicking on this here, and you can also add a link, maybe a link to your gallery section, your gallery page. Okay, so you can add that link when you create it. You can add it, and then so we can also add hover to this image. So anytime someone hover on this, to show that it's maybe a clickable link, they can hover on it. They can actually click on it to see more details about the project. All right. So to add hover, so select the image and click on style. Scroll. Scroll to these CSS filters. Right click on this. Right click on this pencil icon. So you can adjust this brightness. You can adjust it. Now before you do this, make sure you click on hover. All right. Click on hover, and then you can select the CSS filters. So you can adjust the brightness. You can adjust these too. So you can see how it's displaying now. All right. So once you're done, you can actually copy the style. You can copy this style, right click on copy, and then go to the next one, right click and click on paste style. So you can see how it looks. If you want to add a link to this image, you can go to select the image, go to content, under link here, you can select media file or custom URL. All right, then you can paste in the link to your gallery or your project page. Right now, once you're done with this, okay, so let's right click and paste out. Now once you're done, let's check the tablet. So we click on this tablet, we scroll. Okay, so you can see how it looks on tablets. So let's select the gallery section, minimize this, select the gallery section, then go to advanced, unlink the padding, make the top 100, make the right 20, then make the bottom 100, and the left 20. Let's select the grid container in this gallery section. So select it, then go to gaps under layouts here, scroll to gaps, unlink the gaps, make the column 40, make the row 50. Now let's check the mobile. Click on mobile here. Select the text, the JKit text. You can also select it. So you can also select it from the structure. Okay. And once selected, click on style. Now click on this title. Let's select the typography. You edit it. Okay. Click on the pencil icon and then go to size. Make this 32. After this, go to focus title. Select the typography. So let's make the size 32. Now let's adjust the text on the card. So we select the text here and locate it from the structure. Okay. So let's select this first one here. Now, after selecting this, go to style. Then on this typography, click on typography. So we want to select this size, make this 24. Then scroll, make the line height 24. Okay, we want to select the pixel. After doing this, you make the line height 28 pixel. Make sure you select pixel here. Now select the text editor, which is this one. I see it here. So we click on the typography, make the size 16, then scroll, make the line height 24 pixel. Okay, so you can right click and paste style. Right click, copy and paste style. Go to the next section, copy. Right click on the pencil icon and paste style. Okay, want to do the same for the text editor. Right click. Okay, do the same for this one. Right click, paste style. So you want to do the same for the text editor. So you select, copy, right click, copy, come over here and paste style. Right click and paste style. Okay, so let's go to our desktop. Want to add another section. Before we do that, let's click on this publish button. Always publish your page. Now we want to create another section. We want to create the review section. This is the section we want to create, testimonials, right? The review section. To create this, we are going to drag and drop the container widget. We are going to drag and drop the container widget right here, and then make the direction vertical column. So scroll to justify content. You see justify content here. Make this space between for the justify content. Then align items, make it center. Then scroll to the top, click on advanced. You want to unlink the padding. Then make the top 124, make the right 20, make the bottom 124, and the left make it 20. Now now scroll. Want to select the two text. So we want to select the two text here in the service section. And to do this, we can simply right click on this. Okay, you can see it here on this structure. If you want to select this structure, click on this structure. So once we select this, it will appear here. Just press, hold Control and select the next one, which is this. So we can right click and click on copy, then scroll to our review section, right click and click on paste. All right, we can rename this container review section or testimonial. Let's name this testimonial. You want to select this. Okay, so we can add margin to this container here. Go to advanced. Okay, now we want to add the grid widget to this section. All right, and to do this, we click on this add element. You search and select the grid, drag and drop it here. So select the grid, drag and drop it just after the text. Okay, so make sure that is in this testimonial section. Now, let's make the columns. If you scroll to columns here, you can make these 3 and make these rows 1. Now let's add a container to the grid widget. All right, so we click on this add element, search for container here, drag and drop the container right here. Now we can rename this. So let's rename this column. Now select this column, make the direction vertical. Now let's add another container to this column. So we click on this add element, drag and drop the container widget here. We can rename this card. Now let's select the card, go to advanced. So we want to select an image for this background. Now we scroll to background. Okay, go to style. Then under background, click on classic. So you want to select an image, click on this. Then we can select the image here. Once selected, click on select. So you can select the image. You can see the rectangle 36. This is the image. You can select it and click on select. So after selecting this, you can scroll. After selecting this, go to border. Then you will see box shadow. Click on that. So you scroll. You can make the box shadow. Let's select the color. Let's make this okay. 11111114. Right. Okay. This is the color code. You can copy it. All right. Once selected, you can go to horizontal, make this 8. Make the vertical 12. Blur, make this 68. Now, after selecting this, we want to add an icon box widget. So we click on this plus icon, this add element, search for icon, right? This is the icon box. Drag and drop it right in this card or this card section. Okay, so you can change the icon. So we want to select SVG. We click on upload SVG here. And then scroll, you will see this icon here. It's called frame. You can select that and click on insert media. Now you can change the text. Okay, before we do that, let's change this one. Let's change this heading text by JKit, the one we copied. And okay, so let's change this one first. So we click on this. So for these services, we will type in testimonials, and for these benefits with working with us, we can change these to So we change the before focus title, also change the focus title. Also go to typography, go to style, then click on title. The typography, click on this edit button. Let's select the font, Urbanist. Then the font size, make it 48. Line height, make it 1.2 em. Okay, for the letter spacing, make this 0.2 pixel, minus 0.2 pixel. And then we can go to advanced. So the button, so for the margin, let's make this bottom 40, right? Okay, we can click on this testimonial, go to advanced, unlink the margin, make this 20. Okay, want to select the font for this one too. So for the service section, go to advanced, then you click on style, go to title, make this okay, urbanist, then go to focused title. All right, you can select the same font by clicking on this typography here. So we select urbanist. Okay, adjust the line height, make the size 48, make the line height 1.2 em, then letter spacing make it 0.2, minus 0.2 pixel. Okay, so we can just copy the style here, copy, and come over to the testimonial section. Click on this and click on right click here and click on paste style. Okay, now back to our review. So we can change this text here. All right, to change the text, so select this title, right, change the title here, transformational service, then description, and come over here and paste in the description. Now, after changing the text, go to style, then icon position, make it top, then alignment, make this start. Okay, icon spacing, make this minus 25, and then the content spacing, make it 12. Now you can minimize this and go to icon. Okay, let's make this size 102. Then you can minimize this too. Click on content. Okay, select the title, the typography. You can click on this global typography and select primary. And then for the typography, let's click on this. We want to select the urbanist font. Then make the size 20, make this weight 600, semi bold. Then you scroll to line height, make this line height 28. Now, once you're done, click on this letter spacing, make this minus 0.2 pixel. Once you're done with this, minimize it. Then go to description, click on the typography, then the font. We want to select DM Sans, DM Sans. Then the size, make it 16. Right, weight, make this 400. Then you scroll to line height. Okay, make this line height 24. Now you can add a container. Add a container after the text. So we click on this add element. Drag and drop this container right after the text. So we can select the direction, row, horizontal. Then scroll to align items. Make this center. Unlink the gaps. Okay, for gaps, make both column and row 12. Now let's add an image widget to this container. So we scroll to the top, click on these add elements, search for image here, drag and drop this image right after this, right inside this container. Okay, so make sure that this image is in the container. You can see how it aligns. Right, you can see that is inside this container, while this container is after this icon box. It's still part of this card. Okay, still part of this card. Now we can change the image. So we click on choose image. Let's select this image. You can see this. You can see the name here. All these images will be in the description. The link to these images will be in the description. So you can actually download the files and locate the names and locate them, upload them on your dashboard and select it. Right, you can see the name here. Once selected, click on select. Then you want to click on style. Let's make this width 60. 60%. Then go to advanced, unlink the margin, make the top minus 40, and the bottom make this 32. Now, after adding this container, select the card, go to advanced, unlink the margin, make the bottom 30. You select the column, select the card, you can see it is selected. Go to margin, make this 30. Then unlink the padding, make the top 32, make the right 24, make the bottom 32, make the left 24. After adjusting this icon box, after adjusting this card, you can add a container after this icon box, right? So we just click on this container, drag and drop the container just after the text. So you can see that this container aligns with this icon box. All right, it's still part of this card. Go to justify content, make this start, select the first option here, and then make the alignment, then make the align items center, then gaps, make it 12. So let's add an image widget to this container. So we click on this add element, search for image, drag and drop the image widget to this container. Then you can select the image, so click on choose image. Then you can select this image. Okay, the link to this image will be in the description, so you can download and upload it right here. So if you click on these upload files, you can be able to select the files here. Okay, so once selected, you can see the name. This is the name of the image. You can search for it. So once selected, click on select, then go to style, width, make this 60%. Now add an icon box widget to this container. All right, it should align with this image. So we click on this add element, search for icon box. This is the icon box, drag and drop it just after the image. It should align with this image. So you can see now it aligns properly. So you can see now it aligns with this image. Now we want to remove this icon. We don't need the icon, so we click on this delete button. Okay, we can change the title. So this is the title, the name of the person who made this review. So then the description should be the job title, the job description, or the company. Okay, the description should be the job description. Right now, okay, for the description, it should be the job or business description. All right. Now, after this, we click on style, make the content spacing 4. Then we can minimize this box, go to content, adjust the typography. So we click on this edit, select the font, Urbanist. Once selected, make the size 20. Then you scroll to line height, make the line height 28. Then the letter spacing, make this minus 0.2. Then after this, we can minimize it. Let's go to description. Right, we select this, we make the font DM Sans, select the DM Sans font, then scroll, make the size 14, make the weight 400, and then make the line height 20. All right, after this, we can minimize it, scroll, okay, go to style, okay, click on this box, make the alignment start. So we want to select this JKit heading text here, go to advanced, make the bottom 40. For this margin, make it 40. Okay, let's add margin to this container. So we select this container, go to advanced, unlink the margin, make this top 20. We can duplicate the column, so you can see the column here. Let's minimize this. This is the column under this grid. Okay, right click on it and click on duplicate. Okay, we can duplicate it again, right click, duplicate. Then after duplicating this column, let's duplicate the card. So we right click, so we go to the column. This is the first column here, this is the first column here, right click, okay, click on it. Once you click on that, you will see card. Right click on the card and click on duplicate. All right, now there are two cards in one column, so we can do the same for the next one. The next column, go to, let's just rename this column 2. Okay, so we go to the next one, duplicate the card, go to the next one, which is this. So we can rename this column 3, then we duplicate the card. Right, now select the grid. We can minimize this, select the grid. So you will see the layout. Under layout here, we can scroll. You will see gaps. Make both column and row 30. Okay, so you can see now there is space here. Now you can change the contents and the images. Right, to change, just click on the content. So you can see, let's change this one. On the title, you can change this. So we can change the description too. Then we can change the image. Select the image here and click on choose image. So we can scroll. We can select the next one here. Click on select, and then we can change the name and add the description. So that's how to change this. You can do the same for others. Okay, so once you're done, you click on publish. I will just do this now and come back here. So you can do the same for others. All right, change the content and the images. Now let's copy this button on the service container. On the service section, let's copy the button and paste it. Okay, so we right click on this, click on copy, then we scroll here and click on. Okay, now you can see we have changed the text, images on this section. So you can see that we have changed the text and images on this section. Okay, the next thing to do is to add a button here. So now to add a button, we can copy and paste a button. We can copy and paste the button on the service section. So we scroll to service section, this is it. So we right click on the button, click on copy, then we scroll to the review section or testimonial section, just right click and click on paste. Okay, now you can see the button here. All right, let's check the tablet. So we click on this tablet portrait. Now let's select the card, click on structure. On this testimonial section, let's scroll, click on grid, scroll again, you will see the column, select the card, select one of them and go to padding, go to advanced, unlink the padding. Okay, now make all size 20, make all values 20. Now we click on this card, we scroll, select the container after the icon box. This container is still part of this card. Once this is selected, so you click on style. Okay, now scroll, under layout, scroll, you see align items. Okay, make this start. Now let's right click on this card we just edited, right click on copy and go to the next one, the next card here. You can see, right click and click on paste style. Okay, we want to do the same for this one. Okay, we want to do the same for other cards in the columns. So you can see column 2, let's select that here, right click on paste style. Okay, click on paste style, go to the next column, do the same, right click, paste style, right click, paste style. Okay, once you're done with this, select the review section. So we can minimize this. Let's select the testimonial section, which is this one here. After selecting this, go to advanced, unlink the padding, then make the top 100, make the right 20, make the bottom 100, and make the left 20. All right, after this, go to mobile, select the padding, unlink this, make the padding 80, make the right 20, make the bottom 80, and make the left 20. All right, This is how it looks. Now select the container. Now click on this grid. Then under this card, if you click on the card, you will see a container after this icon box. Select it. All right. Once this is selected, go to direction, make this direction row horizontal. Then scroll to gaps. These gaps, make this 12. Okay. So now copy the style. Right click on copy. Go to other section. Go to the other review container. This container that is here. So make sure you select the right one. This is the card. This is the container we are talking about. This is it. So right click on it and click on paste style. Now we can scroll further and do the same for this one too. Right click, paste style. Okay, so once you're done, click on publish. Okay, this is how it looks now. You can see how this looks. Now to add a header on your page, simply go to your dashboard. On your dashboard, scroll to plugins, click on plugins. So you want to scroll and click on add plugin. So scroll again and search for Ultimate Elementor add-on. Okay, search for this Ultimate Elementor and you'll see this. You can click on the install now button that will appear here, right? You can see the 2 million plus active installations. This plugin is by Brainstorm Force. Okay, install it. Mine is already installed. So after installing this, click on activate. Okay, you can click on this. Okay, you can click on this exit guide setup. Now let's set this up. You can always locate your UAE Elementor add-on here. All right, your header and footer. This is a plugin you can use to add the header and footer. All right, so you can always access it here. Right, once you click on this plugin, you will see the header and footer here. So we click on it. Now let's add a header. So we click on add new. Now we can name this header and select the type of template. Let's select header, display on, select entire website. Then usual rules, select all. Then you can click on publish and click edit with Elementor. Then click on edit with Elementor. Okay. Now to add, now you can create a header on this page, but we are going to use a template for this. So we click on this file icon here and click on this upload. We want to upload the template, which you can get access to. The link will be in the description. So we click on the select file, select the header, click on open, click continue. So after importing this, you can select the template. This is the header. We click on insert. So we can edit the logo here. Select your logo. Once you select this logo here, you can come over to this add image and choose your logo. Click on upload files and select your files. Right. So once it's selected, you can click on select. All right. Now you can change this menu. All right. But before we do that, let's edit. Okay. Before we do that, let's edit the button. So we select the button here. We can change the text. So let's say, let's just type in this, get started. Now you can add a link, maybe a link to your, form. You can add it here. And you can also select an icon. Click on the icon library. Let's select an icon. Once this is selected, we click on insert. We can move the icon position to this. All right. Okay, this is how it's looking. Now, after selecting this, we can click on style. Let's change the color. So we click on this global color on the background here. We select the primary color, which is this. You can also adjust the bulk shadow. Okay, let's select the text color, make this white. And the text shadow, let's click on this, make this transparent. And then we click on the typography. Okay, now let's copy the style. Let's copy this button. Okay, let's copy this button here. Let's copy the style. Right click and click on copy, and then we go over to our header builder. Okay, let's go to our header. Let's edit this. So this is the main page for the we are editing. Let's copy it, and then we go to we go to the header. Let's select the button here. Okay, once this button is selected, we can right click on this pencil icon and click on paste style. Okay, select the button and then go to style. Now let's select the typography. Right, make sure you select the button, and then we make the typography, make the font DM sans, then make the size. Okay, then make the weight 500 medium. You can scroll to line height, make this 24, and make the letter spacing 0.2. So you can see how it's looking now. This is how it looks. Okay, you can adjust other things like the box shadow, the hover. You can adjust the hover. So click on hover. Let's select the text color as the primary color. Let's select the background color here. So let's select white. So once we hover on this, you can see this here. All right, now let's adjust the menu. So if you click on this menu, by the way, you can locate it from this structure. So you click on this structure here. You can see the navigation menu. You can select it. Is in this column. Now once selected, come over to this content. You can select your menu from here. And if you are here to create a menu, you can click on this, go to menu screen to manage your menus. All right, click on this menu screen. But before we do that, let's publish our page. Then we can click on this menu screen. Okay, this would redirect you to your WordPress dashboard where you can create your menus. So to create a new menu, scroll to this, select a menu to edit, scroll to this and click on create a new menu. Now you can scroll. Okay, you can type in your menu name. Let's name this photo menu. Okay, after doing this, you can click on create menu. Then let's scroll. We can add pages to it. So since this is a landing page we are creating, what we can do is to select each section as the menu. So if we go to our home page or the landing page we just created, right, you can see that there are different sections here. There's the about all section, there is the service section, there is gallery section, there is testimonial section, and others. Okay, so we can actually select each section as menu. Now, so let's go to our page builder Elementor to create this. Now, to create a menu, we want to first add an ID to each section. And to add an ID to each section, first we want to select the section we want to add the ID to. We can locate the structure. We can locate it from the structure. Let's select, for instance, let's select the service container. So you want to go to advanced. After selecting the service container, go to advanced, then scroll under CSS ID. You want to type in something like service. So anytime you want to type in service, CSS ID service, and then let's select another section. Let's say gallery. Select this one and go to advanced. Oh, okay, make sure you select the right section. You can see the gallery section is selected. Go to advanced and type in the CSS ID. Let's name this gallery. Then scroll to the testimonials. We can make this review section. select the review section, go to advanced. Okay, let's make this CSS ID review. Okay, so once done, click on publish. Now we can select our menu. Let's select that service section. Click on advanced, scroll. Okay, so let's copy the CSS ID. Once copied, go to your menu. Then you can select the menu settings. Okay, menu location, you can select the header. You can select the menu location, header, and then so we want to scroll. On this part, you will see custom links here. Click on custom links. So you want to add your URL. So to do this, we first type in the service we just imputed. Okay, you can see the CSS ID. Copy the CSS ID, go to your menu and paste it as URL. Then come, but before you add this service here, add hashtag service. Okay, then impute the link text. So you can say services, and click on add to menu. All right, we can add another one. So let's check for the one we created. Let's select the testimonial section. Let's select the review section. So let's select the testimonial section, which is also the review section. Okay, so we can copy the CSS ID, go to the menu, and type in hashtag the CSS ID review. Okay, then you can add the link text review. Click on add to menu. Okay, so let's add another one, which is the gallery. Type in the link text and click on add to menu. Now once done, click on save menu. Now you can go to your menu. Now let's go to our header, the header we are creating. Okay, let's go to our header. This is the header we are creating. We can also locate it from here. We can also locate our header from this UAE. Once you hover on this UAE, you'll see header and footer. Click on that. Then you can see this header, hover on it, click on edit with Elementor. All right. So this will take you to this page. Now let's select our menu. Okay. So if you select your menu here, you can see that it has been added. You can select your menu from here. And once you select the menu, you can click on this menu and select the auto menu we created. Okay, these are the menus here. These are the menus, right? So we click on publish. Now let's go to our main page, which we are still editing here. Okay, so we can now go to advanced, go to page settings, scroll. You will see page layouts. Select this as Elementor full width. Okay, you can see our header. It's now displaying on this page. Right, if you want to embed the form on this hero section, we can do that. All right, so first let's go to our Elementor page. Let's go to our page builder, Elementor. First, let's add a new container just after this text. Right, so we click on add element, search for container, drag and drop it after the text editor here. So we can change this. Okay, so first let's delete this buttons. Okay, now select the new container. Let's rename this form. So we go to structure, click on this. So make sure that this container is part of this left container. Okay, this container, we can name that form. Duplicate this. So to duplicate, right click on this container and click on duplicate. So we can rename this one review container. All right, okay, this is what we want to add in the review container. Select the form container, which is the first one. Go to it, let's make this width 40%. Then click on style. Then let's select the background type, make this classic, and then select color white. Select the color, make this white. Scroll to border and select the border type, make this solid. We can unlink this border width, make left 3, and then select the border color. Okay, let's select the accent color, which is this one here. This is the color code accent. So if you click on these global colors, you can see the accents we created. After selecting this, we can add border radius 40. Now let's add shadow on it. So we click on this box shadow. Now we will click on this color. We can adjust the opacity. This is what we want to do here. You can see 0.2 as the last digit. Now after selecting this, we can go to vertical, make this 15, make the blur 60, and make the spread -10. So we can minimize this and scroll to the top, go to advanced, unlink the margin, and then you can change this button, make this 20. All right, then we can unlink the padding, make the top 10. Okay, you can leave the right. Let's make this 10, make the left 20. Now we can add a form widget to this box here. So we click on this add element, search for form. Now this is the form widget. We can drag and drop this in this box. Okay, you can see how this looks. Now let's adjust the form fields. We want only the email box, like you see how this looks. Okay, we want only the email. So we can remove the message and remove this, and then let's click on this email. So remove the label, and then let's make this placeholder. Adjust let's make this placeholder info@example.com. The reason we are doing this is so that whenever people visit this website, okay, this is to let them know that this is an email form, so they can type in their email address and submit it. All right, now after doing this, we can adjust the column width. Let's make this 80%. We scroll to buttons here, click on buttons, make the column width 20%. Now you can see how it looks here. All right, now let's add an icon. Instead of text, we can add an icon. So we first remove this send on this submit here, and then we can select an icon here, click on icon library, search for, right, let's search for arrow. This is the right arrow. All right, once selected, click on insert. Then we can minimize this. Let's scroll to the top, click on style, let's click on field. All right, so the button, okay, still on buttons here. Okay, go to style, click on field. Now the border width, let's make this 0, and open the buttons. So let's select the text color. Okay, for this background color, let's reduce the opacity. Click on this, then reduce the opacity. Okay, we want to reduce this, and then the text color, which is this icon, let's select this as the primary color. Okay, you can see the color code. This is the color we selected when we are setting up global colors. Right, once we select the primary color for the text color, we go to the hover. Now let's reduce the background color, reduce the opacity, and for the text color, let's select the primary color, same color. Now let's select the feedback. Let's select the review container. We want to add the review. Okay, this is the review we want to add now. Okay, to do this, select the review container. Okay, let's make the width 30%. Then make the direction row. Scroll, you will see align items, make it center, then make the gaps 10. Now let's add an inner container in this review section. So we click on this add element, drag and drop the container widget here. So we can rename this left container. All right, you can right click and duplicate. So you can rename this right container. Right, now let's add an image widget on the left container. So we click on this add elements, drag and drop the image widget on this container here. So we can select the image, click on choose image. Now let's select this image. To get access to these images, check the link in the description. After selecting this, click on select and click on style and make the alignment start. Now let's select this right container. Okay, now let's select this right container. This is still part of the review container, right? Okay, so we can rename this right section. We can rename this right review. Okay, why we are doing this is to differentiate this right container here, the one in the review section, with this right container which is part of the hero section. You can see this one here. Okay, so select the right review, then scroll under layout, you'll see gaps, make this 0. Now add a heading widget, click on this add element, search for heading, drag and drop the heading here, drag it to this right review container, and then we can change the text, let's say 100 plus. Then go to style, change the text color. Let's select the global color here. Let's select the primary color, and then go to typography, click on this. Okay, let's select the font, the sans, make the size 26, then make the weight 900. Now add another heading text just after the 100 plus. So we click on add elements, drag and drop the heading text here. So we can search for it here, drag and drop it after this section, after this text. So we can rename this reviews, go to style, then you see the text color. Let's select the global color, primary color, and go to typography, make the size here, make it 13. Okay, let's select the font, DM sans, and make the weight 500. So after doing this, we can preview. Okay, this is how it looks. So we can publish this. Okay, now to do, all right, you can see how this looks on the preview section. You can see how this looks here. Okay, when typing, users will see this border. All right, so we want to remove the border from this section, and to remove the border here, this line, go to our editor. To do this, we simply go to our editor. Now to remove the line here, you can see the inputs line. I want to remove this, so we can go to our page editor, then select the form. You can see the form here, select it, go to content. Okay, go to advanced, scroll. Okay, scroll to custom CSS. Then you want to impute a code here. I'll give you access to this code, so you can come over to the document, check the document in the description to get access to it. Check the description. All right, you can see the separator here. Click on the separator. You can see the selector inputs. Click on that and copy the code here. Then go to your page editor and impute your custom CSS. Okay, once you're done with that, you can publish. Okay, now to get this custom CSS, you need the Elementor Pro. All right, and to get this Elementor Pro, check the description. All right, you can get access to it and practice. And you can see now we have a clean input field.